Okay, we are doing it. I am finally figured out how to work with this microphone, and I hope this time the sound will be much better. Took me a while to figure out. Nonetheless, today on this video I want to share with you the step-by-step process, also the mentality behind it, how to prepare quitting your job. And I will repeat again, and I will repeat again throughout this video. It's about how you prepare to quit your job, not quitting in itself. Because I cannot tell you how to quit because I didn't quit yet. I just only made the preparation for that. And before I give in to steps, I want to establish like a context here and the story of why I'm making this video and why I think it's one of the few videos out there. Maybe not, maybe I didn't search, but fuck it. If you're into self-development and self-help, after reading many books, not sure about you, but including what I noticed is a pattern that people tend to say, oh, jump in even if you're not ready, which is true. Face your fear. I noticed also this pattern that they were struggling and then suddenly they quit their job and everything just falls into place. They meet new people and somehow they achieve success. Or the other traditional route is you keep doing your 9 to 5 to basically survive, but on your free time you focus on building your own side business, freelance business, side hustle, you name it, and then you keep doing like this. It may take 5 to 10 years, who knows, even more, to the point where you start to make more income than your current 9 to 5, and then you make the switch. You just quit your 9 to 5 and then you focus even more on your side hustle, and then you make more money, and then you achieve the financial and time freedom, whatever you planned in your head. And I am totally okay with this, but I realize that I'm in my 20s and I want to dive deep into other subjects. And the reason why I'm doing what I plan to do is because I don't have this, I would say, typical 9 to 5. Yeah, it's 8 hours a day mostly, but working as a hardware engineer, I have to work some extra hours because you're working on a project. It's not like a fixed schedule. You have the tasks and then you have to figure how to do them. Sometimes you don't even know what the tasks are and you have to find yourself what needs to be done. And I don't know most of the things. Everybody's learning there, same as me. But yeah, for this kind of job, you have to dedicate on, again, researching and experimenting, and it takes time and energy. I don't complain. It's one of the best jobs I had so far, to be honest. Because when I worked in US 4 years ago, almost, working at the restaurant as a host or at the souvenir store in Grand Canyon, it really felt like a rat race. You really have to came at the same time, do the same shit every day over and over again. You basically stop thinking. That's why I'm thankful about my engineering job, where you can just at least reflect what you're doing and think and talk and understand things and solve things. But every time I am going to this job and I see how much time I dedicate to it, like 8 hours, and if you calculate that it takes me 40 minutes to go there and 1 hour and a half to come back because it's traffic, it's more than 8 hours. It's like 10 or 11. And also I'm doing training and I come late. I just cannot really focus and dedicate the same energy to the video creation, video editing. And I know it sucks. I want to progress fast, but I can't. I'm doing the best I can, like editing the weekends and accept different kinds of projects. But in my mind is that every time I'm thinking, like, what if I dedicated the same amount of energy and time that I'm dedicating to my job at filmmaking? What would happen? Because for sure I have more obsession and passion towards this direction. And I think you know this, and I will repeat on many videos ahead. What do I do? Because the traditional way of escaping your 9 to 5, sure, it takes a lot of patience and effort, but I have this feeling, why not doing it different? Why not do this while in your 20s you have a lot of energy and drive? Because I have this fear that I will regret if I will not do this. Like, I'll be in my 40s or 50s and I was like looking back, who knows, still working at this 9 to 5, and I was like, well, why didn't I at least try? Okay, I quit, I do this video editing thing, okay, it doesn't work, but at least I tried. So this is the motivation behind making this video, and I'm sure that it will open your eyes on at least how to prepare. What I'm doing each month, at the end of each month, I'm tracking all my income and expenses. Like, I just list everything, the sources of my income. As I said in other videos, it's my job, it's my side hustles most of the time. I put it there, and then the expenses, which is paying the rent, paying for the food, electricity, and so on. And when I was doing this, I mean, I keep doing it like more than a year, like tracking each month my income, calculating my net income, I would say. I noticed that I need some amount of money for basic needs like shelter and food. That's mostly clothes. I don't buy clothes that often. So you do this, you're tracking, and if you have a phone, you can find different kinds of tracking apps for your money. You just get into this habit. Every time when you buy something, you get in the app and you note from which bank account you paid this amount of money to this specific product or food, whatever. And at the end of each month, you just look for that month, how much money you acquired, and then you expend it. And then, you'll see how much money you need to live basically comfortable without struggle with food or any other basic things, electricity, internet, mobile service. And of course, I'm telling this because you need to cut out all the leisure expenses, like going out in the restaurant, going out to movie theaters, bowling, or at least keep it to the minimum. And with the food, I don't recommend to save money on food. Quite the opposite. You have to really buy quality food so you'll be functional and productive, because it will affect the other areas, including making money, including performing at your job and side hustle. After that, you understand how much money you need for a month for your basic needs, and then you multiply by 6. So it's for half a year. And then you establish the amount of money you need to basically live without working at any job, not having any income at all for half a year. So you noted this mark. It depends on everyone. And then each month, when you track how much money you made, how much money you wasted, you put this money left on the side. You put it. It requires patience. It requires, it sucks basically. But all the money you make, the money that's left, and you have to really be creative here, understand how to save even more money. Maybe you don't need maybe you find alternatives of instead of buying this kind of product, you find this product somewhere else but for cheaper, and you got my point. You're an adult, you can do it. And then once you get to this point, then you can start thinking, okay, when is the best time to quit my job? In my case, being as a video creator, for me the best time is in the middle of spring, in the beginning of summer, because this is when I'll have more time to film events such as like birthdays and weddings, so it will be like an extra income. And I feel that when I will do this, of course it will be risky. Of course, maybe I'm doing a mistake, who knows. But when I will be in this phase of kind of a survival, and I know I have only 6 months to do whatever it takes so I can increase my income from video creation to at least match the income I get from my current 9-to-5, I'll be good. I will get even more opportunities and a huge increase in my skill of video editing. The steps are quite simple. You have to be consistent with your expenses. You have to be disciplined. You have to just keep working hard at your 9-to-5. So if you find yourself in the current situation, like you want to pursue being an animator or VFX artist or sound design or get into music, but you have like a job that is totally not aligned with what you want to do, then yes, you can proceed to prepare what I'm doing right now. And really be okay with this. Like, it's kind of a lonely road, because you'll get kind of if you're social enough, you will get opportunities like, oh, let's go skiing, for example. I live in Romania. There's a lot of mountains. I got invited for skiing with my colleagues at the job. It will be like 4 days, and of course they want also not ski but to party and drink and stuff, and I refused. Like, I was like, well, even if I don't know how much it will cost, but I refuse because it will be a huge expense chunk from my side. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more videos like these. Say hi to Instagram or Twitter, the link is down below. And I will repeat, I am writing newsletters once a week. Every week I have only one guy subscribe to it, and talking about you, so thank you. Wish you a good one, keep going and keep improving. Stay tuned.